Shalom, everybody. This video is a warning for all freedom-loving people in the West. It's a huge warning. I suggest you watch it, you listen, and share with everyone you know who cares about the future of your countries. Not just Israel, your countries. Watch this.
There is only one solution. Intifada revolution. We must have revolution so we can have a socialist reconstruction of the United States of America.
That was at a rally for Gaza at George Washington University. The speaker said clearly, there's only one solution, Intifada revolution. We must have a revolution so we can have a socialist reconstruction of the United States of America. End quote. You thought those campus protests are just anti-Israel? What in the world was that about? Well, before we dig deeper, watch this next video from a different anti-Israel college campus protest in the U.S.
We want to smash the Democratic Party. We want to smash the Republican Party. We want to smash this whole goddamn campus imperialist enterprise. We want to free.
What does smashing the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, and the whole capitalist imperialist empire, meaning America, have to do with Gaza? Now, just to make sure this is not just on 2 U.S. campuses, let's look at the next anti-Israel protest on a 3rd U.S. college campus.
I think it's more than divestment as well. I think given the fact that the University of California is founded on colonialism, it's inherently a violent institution. There needs to be an addressment of U.S. imperialism and its ties to the UC system and how it perpetuates war and violence abroad. Not only abroad, but also here, locally. We see this with the brutality, the police brutality that black and brown students face here at UCLA, Arab students, Muslim students.
Why are they talking about destroying the University of California, which is based on colonialism, according to them, at a protest on college campus that is supposed to be anti-Israel and for Gaza and Hamas? What's going on? Well, with each day, we are witnessing more and more scenes of blatant Jew-hating anti-Semitism on some of the most prestigious college campuses in America, including Harvard, Columbia, Penn, Brown, UCLA, and many others. This is just one of the many scenes of Jews being outright discriminated against, forbidden by fellow students from entering the UCLA campus where he is a paying student. And that's not even the violent scenes of taking place on those campuses. Now, imagine if that was done to a black or a Muslim student. It would have made headline news and 24 hours of condemnations. Now, on the face of it, this whole college campus protest movement looks like it is an anti-Israel movement, right? Since protesters are screaming chants from the river to the sea and pro-Hamas, having to do with Gaza and all against Israel and delegitimizing Jews, their own fellow students. However, the growing anarchy on U.S. college campuses in support of Hamas and in support of the October 7th massacre of Jews in Israel is much, much worse than that. At its core, it is actually an anti-America movement. That's what the videos at the beginning of this episode highlight clearly for all of you to see. It's not just about Israel. In addition, all one has to do is look at who are the ones carrying the American flags on these college campuses. It's not the pro-Hamas protesters preventing Jews from accessing their college campuses. It's the Jews who are counter-protesting. They are the ones waving American flags and Israeli flags. The anti-Israel anarchists on these college campuses are waving flags of Hamas, flags of Hezbollah, and other terror organizations like the PLFP, and even flags with communist symbols. A recent video going viral shows Ami Horowitz entering a New York University campus with just an American flag.
So I'm here on the campus of City College of New York, where there's an encampment and a protest. I'm simply going to go into the middle. I'm going to wave the American flag without saying a word. Let's see what happens. Don't touch me! American! American! I'm an American! Hey, give my flag! Whoa! Hey, give my flag! What the f, man? Whoa! Hey! It's America! What the f, man? Oh, don't hit me!
You get out of here! Get out of here! No, get out of here!
No, I'm not.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Hey!
And he gets attacked for that. He never mentions Israel at all, and no Israeli symbols. But he was attacked and pushed out of the encampment because he held an American flag. Wake up, everyone. Americans have to understand that what we are witnessing is a Marxist Islamist revolution on U.S. college campuses with the goal of destroying America. The Jewish state of Israel and the Jews, we're just the canary in the coal mine, as we always have been throughout history. The bad guys start by attacking the Jews because we are easy prey, a tiny people. We are only the appetizer for the greater meal, the greater agenda. And this is not a new, spontaneous revolution taking place on U.S. college campuses today. This has been in the works for decades. Listen to this. Back in 1984, a Soviet KGB defector to the U.S., a man named Yuri Bezmenov, he was interviewed on American television. Bezmenov explained in this interview how the Soviet Union had a long-term goal of ideologically subverting the United States of America. He described the process as a great brainwashing, demoralizing America by educating American students with socialist ideals and anti-American values via the United States education system. Bezmenov mentioned in the interview, and this was back in 1984, that the Soviet Union had already succeeded in brainwashing one generation of U.S. college professors across the United States, and that after they succeed in brainwashing 3 generations of U.S. college professors, that the process of America's downfall would be irreversible. He said that 40 years ago. How many generations of U.S. professors have been since then? Another way that the Soviet Union wanted to weaken the United States, this time diplomatically, was by creating a strategy to destroy Israel, viewed by the Soviet Union as a Western-influenced country in the Soviet-dominated Arab Muslim Middle East. A Romanian KGB official explained years ago how the Soviet Union invented the Palestinian identity back in the early 1960s as part of a global strategy to develop hatred against the Jews, the Jewish state of Israel, legitimize armed resistance to destroy the Jewish state of Israel, and therefore harm the interests of the United States of America. So one can say that even though the Soviet Union no longer exists, their strategic approach to create an invented identity called Palestinians to destroy Israel has succeeded to live way beyond the years of the Soviet Union. On top of the decade-old Soviet strategy to destroy America, more and more information is being exposed about the influence of Qatar, an Arab Muslim money that has influenced U.S. college campuses over decades. As a recent New York Post article details, Qatar's strategy, via its funding of U.S. universities and via its Al Jazeera media empire in the West, it is to promote the ideology of the Muslim Brotherhood in America. The Muslim Brotherhood organization has the aim of destroying the United States of America, as exhibited by documents introduced into the U.S. justice system via the famous Holy Land Foundation trial in the 1990s. A paper published by the Hudson Institute provides a comprehensive history on the development of the Muslim Brotherhood in the United States and the implementation of its strategy to destroy the United States from within. As the son of Hamas recently tweeted on X, quote, "This is not a conspiracy theory. This is a Muslim Brotherhood strategy." Hence, what America is experiencing right now on the college campuses is the next phase of a Marxist Islamist red-green revolution to destroy America. The Jews and the Jewish state of Israel, we are only the canary in the coal mine. Americans, wake up. And listen to this. Americans and American conservative influencers who are turning on the Jews right now in the Jewish state of Israel, they are being deceived. Israel and the Jews, we do not run America, and we are not a danger to the United States of America. We're being controlled by the United States of America. The Marxist Islamist revolution taking place on college campuses today in the U.S. is the real danger, decades in the making, to destroy America. So the best way to save America is for Americans to be educated about this decades-old strategy to destroy America from the Marxist and Islamist directions. Harvard, Columbia, and all the other U.S. universities that have been compromised with Marxist brainwashing and Islamist funding can't be saved unless their staff is totally revamped, from the administration down to the professors, because the existing staff only achieved their positions by following along with the influences of the Marxist Islamist teachings and money. That is how Columbia University President Shafiq is in her position, despite publicly excusing terrorism after 9/11, explaining that terrorism is a, quote, a form of protesting against a system which is not delivering for them on the economic or the political front, end quote. She's the president of Columbia University. Those institutions can't be saved until they can be totally restaffed. Otherwise, they have fallen. The only way to save America today is by focusing on building up the institutions and organizations and sending your kids to those institutions and organizations that provide Americans with Judeo-Christian and American values, in addition to educating them about the danger of the Marxist Islamist revolution taking place in the streets across America right now. Americans must wake up to what is really going on in order to save America. And the first step is understanding that the Jewish state of Israel and the Jewish people here in our ancestral homelands, we are the good guys in this story, fighting on the front line of the whole freedom-loving world against this Marxist Islamist partnership. Supporting the Jewish state of Israel today and the Jewish people in America enhances America's ability to save itself as well. If you let the front line of the Jewish state of Israel fall, it just makes the battle much harder for you to win when the front line is on your doorstep in America or in Britain or in France or in Germany or Canada or Australia or New Zealand, etc. It's the whole Western world. So you know me, folks. I provide you the inspiring, politically incorrect truth that you're not getting virtually anywhere else. And here with the perspective of a Jew living, resettling our ancestral homeland, providing the front line of good and peace and prosperity for the whole freedom-loving world, standing up for morality and justice. You want to continue getting these messages? If you're not yet a subscriber, go to pulseofisrael.com and click to subscribe and support our work. All you have to do every once in a while, click on the donate button so that we have the support necessary to get these videos out there and seen by more and more people, to empower more and more people day by day to take action, first by education and then by doing something to save yourselves. It's not just about the Jewish state of Israel and the Jews. It's about saving your own communities, your own countries, your own future for your children and grandchildren. Signing off for another episode of Pulse of Israel here in our eternal and ancestral homeland, the land of Israel, in our beautiful ancestral biblical Judean hills. This is Avi Ablo for another episode of Pulse of Israel. Shalom, everyone, and thanks for watching.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.